That's right.
It's been a few weeks.
It's been a few weeks. We back on it. We was out on the road 4 minutes. Sing the song.
Hello, sunshine. Hello, sunshine. Hello, sunshine. I'm so happy to see you shine. Do it.
Hello, sun, got me weeping.
You got me weeping. Nice.
Deep in the sunshine, before I open my eyes. See, it's like I know the record song, but I don't know the song.
I was asking you to do your ad lib. That's what we're
Oh,
waiting
my
for.
ad libs?
What's your ad lib?
Yeah.
That was a
Ow.
cold. It was cold-blooded.
Oh my God!
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
I'm so happy to see you shine.
Oh my God!
Y'all, he is on one tonight. We've missed you all. It's so good to be back with you. Hello, all of my sunshine family, of our sunshine family. Why did you add that to the shebang?
What, this? Oh my God! Because it's hilarious to me.
Do you know where did it come from? Like, why did he do that?
I don't know why. You know, when you hear, oh my God!
No, I'm saying what was the impetus? Like, what preceded that yelp?
I don't know.
Because he didn't plan that. Something happened, and that was just it seemed like it was just a natural response.
Yeah. You know what it's like when you get to work and then your boss says, hey, you've been working really hard and I appreciate you. I know tomorrow's your day off, but I need you to come in on Friday on your day off. And your response is, oh my God! What's another response?
Another response, or another trigger, because that was the trigger, right?
Yeah.
The taxes that the IRS hit you.
Yeah.
The IRS called you. You was minding your business. You had paid your stuff, and they hit you. Said, "Oh, it's so good. I'm so glad you answered. I know I've used 8 different numbers to get to you, and I'm so glad you answered this one."
Yes.
But
and
listen,
you owe $1 million. Oh my God! I've had to do that.
Why $1 million?
Well, you know why.
I have a question though. Why is it that my phone is silent, but why doesn't all this stuff work together? Like, it's all the Apple stuff. Why, if I silence this, why doesn't everything silence? It just feels like, shouldn't it just do that?
That's what Do Not Disturb is for.
But so I have to put it everywhere. Why can't I? You know what I mean, y'all? I just want stuff that's gonna make it a little easier. Why can't I just hit Do Not Disturb on one place?
If you put Do Not Disturb on one place, it'll put it everywhere. See,
but I have it on one place.
See, watch this. Look, boom, Do Not Disturb.
All right, so let me do this here.
I'm
gonna do it here. Have I got old, y'all? Is there anybody else looking through the top?
Don't do that.
Say what?
And
it's because I do the trout mouth?
So it's one thing to kind of just hold it
but
back.
But it's like you can see better. No, but it's like you can see better when you do the trout mouth.
No, don't do that.
How me find it now? How you find it?
You just slide down. You should have it. Oh, you gotta edit your screen. So yeah.
I got to. Oh, there it is. Do not. So now my watch will go silent.
Everything.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. Like I said, we were in the Bay Area last week, and it's always nice being in the Bay Area because that's where I'm from.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Okay, there are a couple things before we get to that. Somebody said that's why you need an Android. No.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, I was doing that because I was in the midst of something and you changed.
It doesn't matter. But listen, before we get started for real, it's so good that we're so glad that y'all have joined us, but we do have to stop and say, we see some notes in the side that in the thread about the hurricane. And Hurricane Helene swept through. So we send our prayers to all the people who have lost not just belongings and homes, but they've lost loved ones. So we send our love to, and we have some people in our tribe
Yeah.
Who have, we saw pictures of the roads down. Did you? I showed that to you.
I did see that.
And not just down, completely gone. So we send all our love and prayers to everybody affected.
To everyone. And also, I will say that Hurricane Milton, not to be confused with Rob Milton.
But listen, Rob is a hurricane, though.
Come on.
Category 8.
Come on. But
back. Let's come back.
As our reminder text message went out today, a few people responded and say, hey, it's a hurricane blowing through where I am right now, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get on. So we send in love and good energy to everyone that is affected or knows someone that was affected or might be affected by this one that's going on now.
Yeah.
And just, we got to just always send good energy and love, man.
Absolutely. And not just to everyone else, but even to yourself.
Right, exactly.
While you're in it, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And it's all, there'll be stuff going on and you in your life and everything is smooth and somebody else is on turbulence mode. So just always just give people, I've learned that, give people the benefit of the doubt. Somebody is being nasty or not nice. You just don't know what people be going through, man.
God knows, you just never know.
So it pays to just be good.
Don't do this, Johnny. Don't do it. You and Dana, see, you and the two of y'all, it's Johnny and Dana. No. Y'all, do y'all know what Johnny and Dana do to me? It's okay, though. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead, hit it. Hit it.
I'm not going to hit it.
I'm going to hit it.
See, now you gotta
hit it. Hit it. I know what you're up to.
Okay. So the inside on that is every time you cut me off, bling.
I know that.
Okay. And yet,
I'm going to cut you off.
It still
Because sometimes you just got to cut people off. Can you tell them the story that we heard about Peebo Bryson that was so good?
Why don't you tell it? Because I don't really remember all the way.
Oh, that is great. See, that's why I got to cut you off. What did Brian tell us that Peebo said? I think we could tell him because Peebo said it at a show. It was great.
Oh.
I'm not going to say it because I don't say curse words.
Yeah,
I don't use expletives.
It was in my mind. It was, what's the song?
He completely missed that.
No. I hear it. I can only do, So in my mind, it's the song. What's the song? Hear me, I want to feel the fire. That's Peebo, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so in the breakdown of that song, he said, ladies, I want to talk to y'all for a minute. Play it. Say something wrong. Yeah. I want to talk to y'all for a minute, ladies. You're dealing with your man, and you're talking to him, you get, and he's trying to tell you something. Sometimes you can just shut the fuck up. He said that's what happened. That's what Peebo said at the show. And I'm always a proponent of being sweet and kind to your lady. But sometimes, amen?
Oh, I'm not going to back you up on that.
No.
I'm not, you want me to be like the amen music to that when you say you want me to shut?
No.
I wish I would.
I'm not saying metaphorically, I think that.
Work it out.
Metaphorically, I think there are times where our beautiful women can be a little bit more verbose. That's a more SAT vocabulary. Verbose.
Get to it.
And so I'm just saying, sometimes, sometimes.
I was hoping that you were going to respond to you with it. Remember Harpo said to his daddy, "I's getting to it, Paul. I's getting to it.
No.
I's getting to it."
I'm never going to eyes nothing.
But you do. Don't listen.
Huh?
Sometimes you.
Why do I look so much bigger than you? I look like
What
I'm
kind
super.
of freaking question? What are you talking about?
I look like I'm super close and like.
Well, because sometimes you do. You sit closer, or you walk ahead, and you have me slide. I'm just a tenderoni. You gotta. You know what I mean? The truth about a Roni. That's what you ought to start saying. Can we have a show.
Yeah, let's get it.
And we've got like a plan.
I'm following your lead. Hey, man.
So
sometimes. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Everybody, right now we are.
Oh, my God. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know if you guys have seen it, but we are in a let everybody know that we have an album out mode right now. And for those of you who know and can read between the lines, we want you to know we have an album out.
Yes.
And tell somebody about it.
Yes.
Right?
And
what?
You know, if you are
you happen to be
a part of an organization
yes,
that
acknowledges
great musical works as part of an academy,
yeah,
then you can vote for or not just consider our recordings.
He about to tear shit up. You see what I'm talking about, y'all?
No.
You got
No.
No, this is good.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. But one of the songs from the album, and the album is entitled, what is the album entitled?
So Glad to Know You.
And I'm so glad to know you. If I didn't know you, I try to find a way to get to know you. Ooh, and if I never seen your face, I try to find a way to dream about you. If you were a fantasy, come on, do this with me. I would find a way to make you real. Do the hook with me, baby. I'm so glad I know you.
I'm so glad I know you, baby. When I didn't know you, my life didn't just feel right. I was in my Bobby Womack.
No, you were in a something. I don't know if it was that.
I was in my Bobby Womack.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
They say it's the effort that counts, right? And I
is.
appreciate it, honey. I thought somebody put in Lenny Williams up there. Y'all will not believe this. So, I have been doing, one of our first songs, Ugly. It's just that ugly part of me. I always put, I put that in, so I
oh my God! Oh, I thought you were saying, my fault. Go ahead. I thought you were saying I'm sorry, different. Oh, my fault. It's dead air, you can't do that.
Hit that damn button again and see what happens. At any rate, I got to meet Lenny Williams, and I got to tell him that I put his song in my set.
Yeah.
It was so dope to meet him. And what's amazing is he's still making music. And his latest recording is entitled...
She Took My Draws.
Now, that might be worth that.
Oh, my God!
I admonish each and every one of you.
But
as a matter of fact, we'll send it to you because it's really... absolutely freaking amazing.
Yeah, and
stop it, Johnny.
It's the genre. It's a R&B subgenre called Southern Soul. Do y'all know about Southern Soul?
It's called Southern Soul. That's right, Southern Soul.
Yeah, and it's like that. It's like
Clarence Carter.
Yeah.
Think of the 2024 Clarence Carter. Blew my mind. The lyrics are amazing, but it's amazing. I just
like that. Back it up and jump.
Yeah, but this is a little more. What's amazing is when you meet him, he just looks like he's got deacon vibes, and he served the Lord, and he loved the Lord. And then you look up, on Apple iTunes, and it says, "She took my what?"
She took my job. Because I have so many questions. So did you go home with no draws, or did you?
She took them.
Did she?
He didn't leave.
Was she at your house, or she took your draws? How many pair of draws did she take? And was you
did she go in the drawer, and did she take the drawers so you couldn't put no drawers on? You had to stay home. You couldn't go nowhere.
So what did you do?
Or did you have them on and she took them off? That might be more information than we need to even be discussing.
Right. Yeah. Because
you know what I mean.
That's getting in.
That's into some murky.
Some Diddy territory.
That's,
you know
Can we talk. So while we talk about Lenny Williams, y'all, we met Lenny Williams in the Bay Area because I was in the Bay Area. My husband was in the Bay Area. We were hanging out at Empire Records with our dear brother Adam Blackstone.
Does anybody know who Adam Blackstone is? You know him, and you don't even know that you know him. If you've watched the Super Bowl, or if you watched the Grammys, or if you watched the Academy Awards,
yes,
or you've been to a Rihanna concert, or many of your favorite artists. He's a musical director extraordinaire, and happens to be a good friend. And the best thing about him, as talented as he is, you know what makes him great?
Spirit.
He's just a good person.
Just a good person.
Like someone that accomplished. Like it's never okay to be a jerk.
Ever,
right?
Ever.
But someone that accomplished
could almost get away with
you could almost be like, okay, well, he be with Rihanna and them. He be with Riri and them. So
he's nothing like that.
He's just a super cool dude. He did an event with us, and he was like, I'm only going to be able to do the first set because I got to get home. My son has a karate tournament in the morning. I want to
get home. Yeah, we would have some photos for you. You have to look on IG for it. We'll drop some stuff in Patreon. But since my husband didn't get the photo like I asked him to, but you busy putting that on there.
Oh my God! Okay. I'm gonna try to stop.
Welcome to all of the people. If this is your first time here with us, wait a minute, y'all. You know what's amazing? Also, first of all, welcome to all of the new folks hanging with us. Hello to all of our family. Do y'all remember that Dana showed y'all when a bald person told him where to get his hair cut?
Yeah.
Well, that bald person is actually in the thread with y'all right now. Y'all give Robbie some hearts and some love. He's right up there. Robbie Todd is the reason why Dana's hairline went from here. Where did it go, baby? It was here and went over there.
Yeah, it was like a Bobby Brown. If Bobby Brown was doing the Gumby thing, I had a Gumby hairline. And you know, I have to tell you that I saw that comment and I didn't realize who it was from.
Oh, I see. Robbie, we love you, Robbie.
And I had got in my feelings because I was like, is somebody looking at my? But anyway, yeah.
And Robbie is our big brother Will Downing's tour manager, so we're gonna be with them in a few weeks, aren't we?
Yes,
Robbie, we're going to be with you guys in a few weeks, aren't we?
In Hampton,
Where are we going to be, Robbie?
Hampton.
Robbie, put it in here where we're going to be with you guys.
Hampton.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, yeah.
Are you sure? I dare you to touch it. Don't you do it. Don't you.
See, I didn't touch that one. I did a different one.
Did you ever, did Micah ever do that where you had to say, I dare you. You better not. And then he kept going and he did it. He wasn't that kind of kid, was he?
Not really, but definitely when I was in the other room, he definitely would try to sneak. He wouldn't do it in my face. Yes, and Otis, we will be in Houston, I believe, with...
Oh, we're going to be in Houston on October 19th.
Is that when it is?
October 19th, yes.
Okay, let me make sure that's on the calendar.
And October 18th, we're going to be hanging out with our brother Kim for North Carolina A&T's homecoming.
For a list of all the shows, go to averysunshine.com.
Where's that? You could have that popped up there, but you got him. You got him talking about, oh my God, where's that? Y'all do know that I love my husband. Y'all do know that. This is my friend, though. That was good. Give me some.
I can.
Give me some.
I can tell.
Don't do this. Okay, let's keep going. We have stuff to talk about.
Yeah,
so we were talking about being in San Francisco, and we were in the Bay Area. So we did Monterey Jazz Festival, an historic festival. I think 63 years.
This year was the 67th.
67th year. And can you tell us some of the artists that have played there from?
Oh man, everybody.
Everybody. Billie Holiday to
Miles Davis, Herbie Hancock. Anybody you could think of, B.B. King.
Yeah.
Everybody.
And this past one, Mavis Staples was one of the headliners.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When we heard it from afar, they wouldn't let us in to go see her.
Well, we had to get back to the hotel, but right before us was Donald Lawrence.
Donald Lawrence was was great.
And also Robert Glasper.
Corey Henry, Jameson Ross.
Yeah, man.
It was absolutely
amazing.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
See how I finished your sentence there? You said it was absolutely amazing.
Thank you. So we did the Monterey Jazz Festival. hung out in the Bay Area for a few days. And so while we were in the Bay, which is my husband's hometown, we got to do some fun shit, y'all. We got in Waymo. Do y'all know about Waymo? Tell us about Waymo. Can you, if I send you something, you could show it to them?
I think maybe I can.
If I send you, so go ahead and tell them about it while I'm sending this to you.
Yeah, so Waymo is
It's Waymo better than Uber.
It's like Uber, but way more cool.
Better.
Because it's a driverless car. It doesn't have. It's crazy. Like I don't even know how to. So we got there and like we noticed that yeah, there we go. Accept.
Oh, I was just showing them that because you took me to it. And y'all, and just while we were there, something that I always tease my husband about, I always say that he's not super duper romantic, but he was. And I didn't tell you how much I appreciated that. So he took me, one of the things I used to pray for, and this is a strange prayer, but maybe, but I was like, I want to date a guy from California. I want to marry a guy from California. It's just like a thing I want. Whatever the case is, I did. I married one of the dopest dudes in the world. And he's from California.
That's what you sent me?
And that's what I sent you. And he took me to hang out here. Can you show them, honey?
Let me see if I can drag it to the screen.
Drag it to the screen so our family can see what you did and how sweet you were to me.
Oh, there it is. Bam. Look at that.
Can y'all see that?
The Golden of Gates.
So he got me super duper close. Absolutely beautiful. We had a ball. That was super dope. So we did that, and then we said, hey, why not, let's do some other stuff. So we did this right here. Here's a little bit of this. I think this was, oh yeah, here it is. This is a good one. Can you do that?
Let me see. I'm going to try it.
You want to try it? Y'all, we're going to try it. Hopefully we can let y'all see this. So while he's trying to pull that up, Waymo, the Waymo CEO is, there are two. And I stopped to say this because I just want y'all to know. One of the CEOs is a black woman from Mississippi. Her name is Takedra Mawakana. And
you in San Francisco, right?
Yeah, San Francisco.
She's going to hear this. This is a video.
Not today. I talked to her a couple of days ago. But all right, I just want to holler at y'all right quick.
So what's the theme?
It's about like an Uber. A little bit cheaper than Uber, actually. Yeah. There we go.
There you go, babe. I think.
I don't know. I'm trying
Unmute it. Do it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
There we go, y'all.
We're trying to get rid of this picture.
There we go.
Let's pull this off.
There we go.
All right,
there
let's see
we
if
go.
we can pull this off. I don't know how. Oh, here we go. Bam. Ha! We're back.
Are we old?
No. We're just doing too much and on
No,
the
but
fly.
and you know what I love? I love that
just
y'all
learned
are with us.
something.
But yeah, but I love that y'all are with us while we bike. Thank you.
Yeah,
while
we
we're
bike.
trying to figure shit out, and the thing is, if you don't do it, you won't know how to do it. So you were just with us while we learned something.
Yeah.
Praise God.
But all that to say, we just wanted you out because you probably couldn't hear us while I was going. But we were in San Francisco, and there's these driverless cars, and it's crazy. It's called Waymo.
Waymo.
it's like Uber. You call it on your app and it shows up, and it's crazy because you would think that like it would be very like jerky and like
it's actually brilliant.
It's really really cool and
smooth, right?
And very smooth.
You choose your own music. The idea that it's super safe. I know that it seems kind of opposite of what it should be, but it feels safe. You're not dealing with somebody driving the car who was doing way too much or not enough. I don't know. It seems it's changing lanes. It's in the way it detects. It's got all these cameras and sensors on it, so you can actually see what it sees on two screens. So you see there's a car coming by or somebody walking. They've done an amazing job, and it's cheaper than Uber.
Yeah, it's a little cheaper than Uber. Johnny, I don't think so. I know that it is in.
It's coming. No, it's coming to Atlanta in 2025.
But I know it's in San Francisco. I believe it's in Austin, Texas, Las Vegas, and maybe one other market. I don't think it goes on the freeway. I think it's at least in San Francisco it did not. But so it said, what if it starts going the wrong direction? It like doesn't. It's like it knows where it's going. It drives like a person. Like, for example, we were like
in Phoenix. Yeah, they said it's in Phoenix.
In Phoenix, that's right. We were behind a car at a red light. The light turned green. The car is making a left. So,
hey, kitty.
But it pulled out into the intersection and kind of it got behind the car. Then it put on the blinker and went around that car. Like it drives like a person.
So Anita's
really
in Phoenix, and she says it's on the freeway in Phoenix.
Wow.
It better not do that here in Atlanta. It's gonna get jammed.
So my concern in Atlanta, and maybe
Are
like
you
even
concerned about
in
Atlanta?
Oakland, I just feel like it's a lot of scammers here, and they're gonna figure out they're gonna be
There's
driving.
scammers everywhere, Dana.
Yeah, but it's a lot of them in Atlanta, and they're gonna figure out how to do something with these cars. I don't know. But
Did you please put up what Otis Pettaway just put on there?
Right. That's what Otis.
Come on, Otis. Nah, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it'll just be interesting to see how it goes in the neighborhoods here.
Yeah.
In Atlanta. Amen.
It was dope. And I like that we tried something new.
Yeah.
I really do. I feel great about it. Can we do our radishes and roses now? Can we do that?
Absolutely. Radishes and Roses.
Y'all ready for our segment called Radishes and Roses? We're still working and figuring it out, but we do let them see our overlay again. Potato! Now we got to figure out how to do all that.
Yeah.
But this is a segment that is new to us. And every episode I want to talk about something or someone that I am proud of, or in something or someone that we are kind of like. So I have got to first give roses to Kamala Harris.
Yeah, for sure.
And let me tell you why.
Tell me.
I have never seen someone so composed while all around her is out of their freaking minds, it appears to be. You know what I mean? She's able to keep her cool and not call people muck. You know what I mean? I just really appreciate that. Now, I'm gleaning so much inspiration
I feel
from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because she could. Go ahead and clap for that. I think you should. I think it's admirable because it's hard to do. After a while, somebody keep doing this to you. After a while, you better like, listen, let me tell you know what I mean?
And she got almost a couple times.
She did. She did almost.
My God. She almost said, oh my God. She almost, a couple times when she almost let an MF go. I could tell. And
she felt it.
And she's from Oakland.
Oh, listen, because what I love is when she said, listen, you come to my house, you gonna get shot. That's what I'm talking about, though. She said, no, but I'm not. It just is what it is. At any rate, I give her roses because I really appreciate that. Because there is a way, something we've been talking about, there is a way to have conversations and not agree.
Right.
Without, we can't even be in the same room. We can't, when on site.
Right.
It doesn't have to be that way.
It don't have to be on site.
It don't have to be on site, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Who you with? That's right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. We already know who you. Listen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I could not find I've told you guys, that I was going to wear my Kamala shirts every week, but we've been on the road and my Kamala shirts are dirty, so I figured
you got the next best thing.
I got the next best thing. I could wear me on me. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you got to wear you on you, huh? You got to encourage yourself.
Sometimes you got to wear your own merch.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, that would be a great house song. No, it's still halftime.
Oh, you go. That would work.
Yeah, that would go hard.
That would go really hard. All right, okay. So, who do you give roses to?
I give roses to the lady, the black lady that runs Waymo.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I love that because it's a high tech company.
And she does have a partner. I mean, it's Dmitry Dolgov. I wanted to make sure that I did acknowledge that. But
I'm gonna get, and she's from Mississippi.
She's from Mississippi.
Hmm? And yes, she's a co-CEO. She's the CEO as far as I'm
concerned.
Oh,
no, certainly. I just like to make sure we're out on here, so we want to be clear, But she certainly gets, so you could be all of it. All right, radishes. Mm-hmm. I give radishes to people who don't mind their business and who lie.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm learning that I was one of the people who didn't mind my business.
You weren't doing no lying, though.
I wasn't doing no. Okay. Well, no, I mean, I know heavy lying.
Nothing heavy.
Nothing heavy. Everybody,
just
they're
like
a
little bit of lightweight.
And, you know what I mean? Some lightweight
lying.
lying.
Little fun lying.
So that's the kind of just so you're not caught up. You just see. The kind of lying that keeps you from having to do a lot of explaining. It's just like, you like something like this. Hey, honey, you on the way home? And I say, yes, I'm on the way home. Mm-hmm. How close are you to home? I'm on my way home.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's.
I'm round the corner.
Yeah, round the corner, exactly, because it's not.
It's not real. I'm round the corner.
You didn't say which corner.
I didn't say which corner.
Right.
That's the kind of line I be doing. Do you lie sometimes?
No.
That's a lie right there.
Maybe.
Have you ever lied to me?
Yes. When your mom threw that 40.
Wait! Can we just stop? Because that just I just got to chill when you like, yes. And I just thought you were just going to lay it out for everybody. I just didn't know what you were going to say. But continue.
When your mom threw that birthday party for you and she called the agent and canceled the show, I told your mom and the agent, she can't ever know about this. We just ever. But I told you later just because I couldn't stand to lie.
Well, I appreciate. So I'm gonna give you roses right now too. I certainly appreciate that.
Amen.
I certainly appreciate that.
Amen. Do you know who I give radishes to?
Who?
I don't know what the right term is, but in San Francisco, there are so many. Like in our time, it was crackheads. These are not crackheads. I don't know what you call them, but like you walk down the street.
Oh Lord, honey, don't do this.
And there's 6 blocks of people standing like this.
Wait, or like this, or like this.
They like this.
He be stuck.
Or they like this.
Or honey, you can show them like this with him.
Yeah,
literally stiff.
They just stuck and they all the way bent over.
They kind of locked.
Or they kind of like just locked and they standing like this. It's really.
So you give radishes to them, or do you give radishes to the country for nowhere for our sisters and brothers who are dealing with drug addiction to go? There's nowhere for them to go.
I give radishes to whatever is causing that.
Yeah.
And it's a super complex problem. It's part of the opioid crisis.
Yeah.
But it's really unfortunate, and I remember. So I grew up in the Bay Area. I moved to Atlanta to go to Morehouse at 18. So I've been living in Atlanta for a long time. Mm-hmm. But in my mind, San Francisco is the same beautiful city, and it's still a beautiful city.
It is.
But now there's this element of like, you know, you're walking down the street and you step in something unsavory and you hope it's dog shit. Cause it might be people shit. It's like it's really done a lot to not just Oakland, but there's several major cities that are dealing with this thing. But like it was a beautiful day. So we're like, we were in one part of the city and it's like about a 35-minute walk. Let's just walk it. And about 3/4 of the walk is just these these people. And I hate to say it like that, like they're people, you know, and they're going through a very tough thing, clearly, but it's like, wow, man. And they look like they're in their 20s and 30s, and it's really. So
the dilemma is, though, you know, I see Anita saying that mental illness and drug addiction, the dilemma is where do they go when you find somewhere for them to go? What if they don't want to go there?
Yeah.
What if they choose not to? What about the businesses that where they are, you know, occupying, they're in front of the business. What do we do? Where do they go?
Yeah, and that's the tricky part, because like on one end, there's a school of thought that says, you know, you just got to clean them all off the street. But so where do they go?
Where do they go? And who's going to do that?
And then the equally big problem is like you want to treat them humanely. So, you know, we saw a place where it's, you know, clean needle giveaways on Tuesdays here and blah, blah, and free food and this and that. But it's like it kind of also grows the problem.
It almost feels like it incentivizes them. And then you go somewhere like, you know, the drugstore, pharmacy, and you can't get a toothbrush because it's behind a lock and key.
Yeah, everything is locked up. So we went to Walgreens to buy a couple of things. It was across the street from my hotel, and we're asking the lady that works there, it's like, why is everything locked up? And they were like, because people come here and steal, like not just a thing, they'll come and just take the whole thing and just put it in their bag. So at least this slows them down. She was like, but they'll come in and burn the lock with the lighter and still get it.
So radishes to whatever the system is, like you said, whatever the thing is that is feeding that, and whatever that ill or sickness or evil is that we can't really put our hands on, but roses to our sisters and brothers who are just trying to figure it out and trying to make a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And our hearts definitely go out to them. I was going to say this too. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
And we want roses to all of our, everybody who is either, who has dealt with it, who is recovering, who is dealing, all of our survivors certainly, and all of us who are going to go get the shaboingoings checked out. That's men and women.
Yeah, I was going to say, because this past week we lost Dikembe Mutombo.
Yes, to breast cancer.
Did
Yeah,
you know
we certainly
he had breast
did.
cancer,
Yeah,
which is wild.
So roses to him and his family.
What's up, Darius? I wanted to say. I wanted to say one other thing real quick.
Hey, dear, I'm so glad to know.
Wait,
I'm so glad to know you, baby. Y'all say hello to our friend Darius Cooks. I'm so glad to know. Listen, this guy, if y'all know who he is, just go follow him. Whatever he's doing, you're absolutely fantastic. And you're about, isn't he about, did I cut you off? I don't care. But he's about to open some amazing restaurants out of the country.
In Bali.
Huh? Did somebody shout? Shout, Dana. Buck. That's too low for me.
Tender show.
All right.
Okay. All right. But I wanted to say one other thing.
All right, Johnny.
We rode the MARTA. Not the MARTA. I'm sorry, the BART in the Bay Area, and it was dope. Erica, I see you were saying it's amazing that we didn't. But what?
Oh no! So listen, we did the show. We get to Yoshi's, right? Mm-hmm. And I tell everybody we took BART, and everybody goes, ooh.
But
what was wrong with Bart?
But actually, it was amazing.
It was clean. It was wonderful.
What it was is like getting from Oakland to San Francisco, as you know, on the Bay Bridge at rush hour was crazy. So we had an event in San Francisco, and then we had to get to Yoshi's for sound check, and it was, I mean, it took 20 minutes to catch the BART from, now we were at 16th and Mission. That 16th and Mission area right there yeah. But at any rate, the BART was okay. It was all right.
I know I told you to go out.
I know I told you to go away, but I did. I'm gonna put that on the remix.
But baby, I was doing it because our folks on here saying, I do want to let you know we are pushing a record, you know?
Yes.
So when you start adding your ad lib, you know what I mean?
Yeah. If you haven't had a chance to, please go check out So Glad to Know You. Album that we're very, very, very proud of. And thank you, Darius, for the kudos. I'm glad you said the CD is on. You don't even have a CD, and you said you listening to the CD. I love that. But we're very, very happy with this record.
Tell somebody, please tell somebody.
I don't know what I can say, but you know, we're working on pushing it towards a Grammy nomination. Hopefully that will come through. But with all that said, right, Rob, I love the remix. Also, in addition to the album, we have So Glad to Know You, the series. You can go to sogladtoknowyou.com, and not every single, but almost every single song on the album has like a little 10 to 12 minute little episode that's like, you know, we're getting our Tyler Perry on, you know what I'm saying?
And let me tell you what's inspiring about that. I love that you use that, and I'm inspired by any and everybody who tries stuff. This project, So Glad to Know You, the album and the musical web series, it is an example of trying something new. Mm-hmm. Without being concerned about what people think, without being concerned about what somebody else thinks you should be doing, just moving forward with what God has given you, and you just try stuff you don't know unless you try. So Darius, big ups to you, my dear brother, and anybody in here who is trying something new.
Yeah.
And it gets hard when we get a little bit older, and we because we have so much experience and so much information coming from everywhere that it starts to taint what we really know and what we feel.
Right.
And we have to practice, you know, kind of removing that stuff and listening to what we know is right.
That's right.
And so please know that this is a representation. This is an example of that. So, we're going to be talking about it. We're going to be talking about it till we can't talk about this album no more. You're all I need.
Snap your finger.
You are all I need. You're everything, baby. Baby, oh yeah. You are all I need. Do you remember when you started playing, when we wrote this?
Was it at a sound check?
It may have been at a sound check, and you were just playing guitar. And this is one of the songs that we
Yeah. A lot of a number of our songs start like that. It's like just an idea that somebody catches on a voice note, and then we build it out from there. I think that was one of those.
This is another one. Don't waste my time with all of your lies. It sounds different on here. Already know what's on your mind. This song is called Show Me. If y'all get a chance, please listen to it. This is one of my favorite songs from the album. And it is, and I'm going to be transparent. I deal with my husband. He's the sweetest thing. I love him so much. He's not super duper touchy-feely and doing all of that stuff. You're not
gonna be touchy-feely.
After you had a gummy.
Hey.
But there's nothing wrong with that. Can you let me tell you? I'm about to give you some. So, this is one of those songs when I literally was saying to him, show me if instead of me telling you what I want you to do to me, show me how you want me to touch you and love you. That's really what this song is about. So I enjoy singing it and watching you kind of vibe with it, you know. How did that make you feel, sweetheart? Make you feel warm inside?
Yeah. You know what I want to say?
Don't say it, because I'm sorry, I forgot. It started to go left. Tell me how many more minutes we got? We got about 15, and you can tell me.
Okay.
Okay.
Amen.
All right. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. The way that smirk you got is really, really
I'm
something
like,
else,
how
sir.
much time we got? Hey, let's get up
relax. Do it afraid. I love y'all. Y'all, thank y'all so much for that. Again, we make this music because we love it. We do it because we love it. But let me tell you, when it makes y'all feel good and you can vibe with it and you relate to it, that's miraculous.
Yeah.
And our job, even on here, is to make you feel better. If you got shit going on and you just don't feel like, you just need a minute, come hang out with us.
Yeah.
I am, and I don't know if I talk to you guys. I'm all over the place, but I'm excited, and I've got the joy of the Lord, and the joy of the Lord is my strength with an F. Oh. I was watching that Iyanla Vanzant, and I've been talking about it, and she's talking about, let me go back. I find that I end up frustrated and irritated when I feel depleted. And I feel depleted a lot of times after I've given more or I've given from my reserve. Or I've given what is, so if I have this right here, and this is mine, and it's filled, and these tissues are filled up to here. These are my tissues.
And if I don't have none in my box.
If you ain't got none in your box, that's your fault. You didn't snot it all. Stop it. That's not my point.
Okay.
But Iyanla talks about, in her idea, she talks about having a cup, and your cup is filled, and what's in that cup is for you. What's on the outside of the cup, the overflow. If there were tissues hanging out here like this, I can give you those. But it is not careful of me to go inside of my box to give you what belongs to me, and then I'm mad at you because I'm depleted. Because I gave you what was for me. I hope somebody hears me. So when they talk about giving, and it's something that I didn't learn, a lot of times when we think about giving, you think that you're supposed to sacrifice, and we think that sacrifice is supposed to be painful, and sacrifice, it's like, I don't know if that's it, because I end up giving and I'm angry because I gave something I wasn't supposed to give.
Right.
And then I'm mad at you because you took it, and then that makes you a thief. So I done made you, and you done took something that you, are you following what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
So what I'm learning to do is I'm not giving what belongs to me. This time, if I got 8 hours that are allotted to me, that's mine. I'm going to dip into some other hours and give them. I'm going to give from that so that I don't end up irritated and mad. And not just that, but I don't end up I don't end up unfulfilled.
Right.
Because that's what ends up happening. I'm unfulfilled, and then I'm mad because you need how much?
Yeah.
Oh, all I got is $5. Okay, let me give you $2. But I really can't afford to do that. Somehow we've told ourselves that sacrifice is giving more than what you're able to give. That's it.
Yeah.
Took me 35 minutes to get there, but that's it.
Yeah.
We've got to undo that.
And when we give from anything but our overflow, what do we do to the other person?
We make them a thief.
We make them a thief. We make them take something that really we don't want to give away. And in the name of being nice, and like that's the thing I'm sure many of you have heard me talk about, nice versus kind, right? It's nice to be nice, but nice, the subtext of being nice means that like I'm giving up something that I really don't want to help someone.
Absolutely.
And while that is nice, it often leaves you at a deficit.
And
being kind is saying, yeah, I don't have it. I'm sorry, man. I maybe I can help you do something, or maybe I can help you find another job. But I don't have. $7,200 to give you.
Yeah, and not because I don't have it.
Yeah.
If I don't want to give that to you, I don't have to. And like somebody said, it's okay to say no.
I'd
like to add to the okay to say no. It is also good to understand that you give from your excess. Add that piece to me, to that no. Yeah. And so that you actually understand what that is. Because especially for those of us who want to share and we want to give. And especially with family. Yeah. Because there's a different level of responsibility. Yeah. That you feel like you have with when family calls and they say, I need something. And you say, well, right now, no. Yeah. But when it's time and when you have time and when you can, you give that way.
Another example, this has probably been used, most of you probably heard this before, but like it's when you get on a flight and the flight attendant is like, the exits are 2 exits there, and and they also say, in the case of an emergency, the thing will drop down, your oxygen mask will drop down. Put on your oxygen mask first, and then help the next one, even if it's your kids, even if it's the elderly lady next to you. And why is that? I'm glad you asked. The reason is, if you're trying to put your kid's oxygen mask on and then you pass out because you don't have no oxygen, you can't even help your kid.
That's exactly what it is. But learning to be careful.
Put me in A flat.
But we've heard that so many times before. I've heard it a million times, but it never clicked for me, y'all. It was 3 weeks ago where I feel like it clicked when I heard you're angry and irritated, Denise, because you are giving. You feel the urge to give, because that's what we do as humans. But you are not giving from a place that you even have anything to give from. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You don't have it to give. This is yours. I can't give you that. Yeah. If especially if my nose is running, this is mine. Yeah. And it is okay to say that, and being okay with that, and kind of there's been a little bit of mourning relationships because I've got to change how I look at the relationships. Yeah. And what I'm getting out of them and what I need from them. For me, I feel great. Listen, I done told y'all I got joy.
I love what Roro said.
Unspeakable joy.
No is a complete sentence that does not require an exclamation.
Now listen. Now you talking good with that one. And now listen. So the explanation for me for this is more for me, for my understanding. Yeah. So I will understand it. I will be okay saying no. Yeah. Period.
Yeah. Period. And just keep it moving. Keep dancing.
I just turned it. Y'all ever look and do something and you see one of your parents or a family member in your face? I feel like I just turned into my mother and father at the same time. Mm. You do that? You ever?
Roving.
Earth.
Oh, Earth.
Yo, so look, weird. So my parents' names are Ruth, God rest daddy's soul. His name's Irving. If we had a baby, could we name the baby Ruth or Irving? Like, you can't name, because what would you call the baby? Yeah. I hope mommy's out on here because she gonna talk shit if she hear me say this. Here. Mommy ain't on here. Mom, if I had a baby now, we couldn't name the baby Ruth. What would the baby's nickname be? Roo, hi, Roo. Rudy. We call the baby Rudy?
I don't know.
Or if we name the baby Irving. What's some names you cannot name babies today?
Tyrone.
You couldn't call a baby Ty.
I guess yeah. I know a couple of Tyrone. Yeah.
You could call a baby Ty?
Yeah.
Beatrice.
What about Jerome's?
Yeah, because you call a baby Jay. Okay. Hercules. Y'all!
Hercules Jenkins.
Wait a minute.
Hercules Lumpkin.
Please put up the one. Agatha.
Where is it?
I don't know. Agatha might not be that bad because we could call her Aggie.
Yeah.
Hi, Aggie. You could call her Aggie.
Barbara.
Definitely can't do Bertha. Barbara, we could call her Bobby.
Barb.
Can't call her Mildred. Ain't no Mildred.
Millie.
Could do Millie. Eunice. Yeah. No, we could call her Niecy.
Yeah. Eunice.
Buster.
What are we talking about?
This is fantastic. No. What's her mother name? What's it? Bartholomew.
Gladys. Yeah.
No, because Bart,
What?
Kitty,
What is
Faustine.
Faustine. You know, Faustine is
Can't do Gladys.
on the motherboard.
Who? Yeah. What is that? Brooklyn Cat. Laytree. Who's Laytree? Rufus. Couldn't do Rufus.
Yeah.
Leroy. Bubba. Come on here, Bubba. Lula May.
Oh my God, Lulu. Hey, you know what? I kind of miss that though. Like.
What you miss?
All of my aunts and uncles have two names. You know, like my mom's Alice Faye. It was Velma Jean.
I named Drew that. Drew is Drew Reese.
But you don't yes.
Drew Reese.
But it's like the
Joyce Anderson.
It has
Joyce
to be.
Anderson. You are completely. All of y'all are out of here. Simba. I'm mad at y'all. Rob. Rain. We call the baby Rain. We know somebody named Leatrice, don't we?
We sure do.
She's actually dope. She works at.
She works for the Apollo Theater.
Apollo Theater, yeah. Somebody said Roy Dale.
Roy Dale, that's a good one. Yeah, that's one of those like is it Roy and then Dale?
Roy Dale. But, listen, look, Frida is Frida Jane.
Right. See, Betty Jean. It has to be double, two syllables and a single.
What's y'all's parents' names? Y'all's parents' names like that? My mother's Ruth Eleanor. My father's was Irving Cyril. Cyril.
Yeah, Irving Cyril. Yeah, but that's kind of.
Does Grandpa have a middle name?
My dad does not have a middle name.
Really? I saw something funny. Cleophas.
Oh my God.
My godmother's name was Ruby. Why did I ask y'all this? Because Molly Ruth is dope.
That's good.
I like Molly Ruth. That's like a great stage name.
Yeah. It's like two.
Daisy May, Milford, Odessa. Y'all, this is absolutely wonderful.
What's crazy is that these are all.
Willie Louise.
Yeah.
Lily Mae.
Yeah.
Freddie Jones.
Exactly. It's See? That's how that works.
I think it speaks to the rhythm that just resides with us.
Yeah. Biddy boom. Biddy boom.
Yeah.
Biddy boom. Yeah.
If you had to do a rap, Bessie got a foot on the wall. We gonna go out of this because my father-in-law, he said, rap music, you know it's rap because somebody always got their foot on the wall and you could use the name. So go ahead, Dad. What did Grandpa say? Use some of these names.
Cephas got a foot on the wall. Beulah got a foot on the wall.
Freddie Joe.
Willie Lewis got a foot on the wall. God darn it. What are we doing?
Next time we do this, Tyra J, we got to have drinks.
Lee Earl.
Lee Earl got a foot on the wall. You know what I mean? But listen,
why do they have their foot on the wall?
Because I feel like that's what older people, when they heard rap music, they knew it was rhythmic.
Yeah.
But they didn't really know what everybody was saying. And let's be real, when Curtis Blow and all of them were rapping, it was rhythmic and it had it on the and it did Is it and Bessie got her foot on the wall and she goes, it is Willie Earl got his foot on the wall.
I think my dad said that because probably as a teenager, that was the most disrespectful thing you could do is put your foot on somebody's wall.
You damn right. Or sit your ass on somebody's arm of their chair. If you come to don't come to my mother's house and sit your behind on the arm of her sofa. Yeah. She's going to go bonkers and invite you to leave and never come back. What's something that you would do? If your grandmother, they get kicked out the house. If somebody came in.
Yeah, it's like sitting on a piece of furniture. Now, just like you said, I never forget this. My Uncle Milt.
Nettie got a foot on the wall. I'm sorry, y'all just keep giving me good ones.
My Uncle Milt.
Rufus gonna shine no matter. Y'all, the next time Eloise got a foot on the. That is great. My grandmother's name was Louise, but it was Louise. It was what was her name? Damn it.
You don't know your grandmama's name?
Her middle name, because it's a whole bunch of names. But continue. I just got excited when I saw Eloise, because I thought it was a beautiful name.
One of the most embarrassed.
Don't sit on the bed with your street clothes.
Yeah, with your outside clothes on, yeah.
That's it.
My Uncle Milt was an executive for a large company.
Yeah.
And we went on one of these road trips, like with families, a bunch of us. And it just so happens one of his colleagues lived in the area, so we stopped by one of his colleagues' house, and happened not to be black people, as far as I remember. But I remember we were there at their house, and somehow I don't know what made me do it, but I sat on this like coffee table. I was probably like 6 or 7. I was probably 7.
Oh no!
And I sat on the coffee table, and the way that my Aunt Pat and my mom picked me up and carried me outside, I was so embarrassed. I'm sure they were embarrassed. I think we just left. I will never sit in something other than what is something that's meant to be sat
Absolutely.
on.
Absolutely. Me neither.
That was so embarrassing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just, I don't even know. You used to do stuff as a kid that's just like, what are you doing? I think we were in San Diego or somewhere. It was bad.
Oh yeah, y'all got good stuff in here. That's right. Now sit on the bed. Look, don't talk when grown folks was talking. Listen.
Yeah. I think we need to bring that back.
You think so?
To some extent, yeah. Yeah, sometimes when kids feel like they now know more than grown-ups do. And in some ways
or
they
that they're peers.
Yeah,
because
or that
it can
peers,
get really, it can get a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
Do you think that there is a happy medium? Because for some of us, it would irritate me sometimes for my now I didn't talk back, but for my dad to say, "Do as I, don't do as I do as I say do." So there were things I didn't understand with that, not getting involved in the conversation, or just kind of knowing when to do that and how to ask. I was afraid to ask at all.
Yeah,
so then we have the other side of that when you don't, and then the pendulum swings the other way, like you said, and the kid walks in the room and they sit down and they think they're supposed to have a drink with you and your homies, and it's like, nah, bro.
So I will say this. I think there is some happy medium to be struck in that, because, and I probably told this story before, but when our middle boy Micah was, I don't know, he wasn't 5. He might have been 4 or 5, and we went with my Aunt Pat to my cousin Denise's, my dad's sister's daughter, was getting married. She was getting married in Napa, and it was a mixed culture wedding. And so, Micah's with me. So ceremony was beautiful. It's in Napa outside at a winery. And so after the ceremony, there's the reception, and it's outside, and there's these tables outside. And so I brought some toys from Micah. I set him down at a table. It was kind of fancy schmancy. I set him down at a table, and he had a couple toys. I said, "Now you sit your ass down. Be quiet and just play with your toys." Wasn't a lot of kids there, were a few kids there. But just then, my Aunt Pat said, "Hey, look, watch this. There's that lady there with the kid, and there's a lady with a kid, a little younger than Micah, toddler, and he's walking around probably 10 or 15 feet in front of his mom. He's knocking stuff over and talking to people and doing stuff, and and my Aunt Pat said, I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong, but what is his mom teaching him versus what you're teaching your son? You're teaching your son, you don't belong here. Sit down, be quiet. You should just be happy to be here. Play with your stuff, stay in your box." And she's teaching her son, you move around. You own this place. You're free to do whatever. And that's just something we have to think about. That's, I think, one of the things our culture has ingested for good reason. Because again, when my mom talks about growing up in the Jim Crow South, it was like, you could get killed or hurt as a kid, hurt or killed as a kid for not, for being too whatever, blah, blah. So it just taught me to think a little bit more when dealing with our kids. There's so much in our culture that we don't even realize that it's like a slavery holdover. And some of that is
Yeah.
shut up when grown folks talking and blah 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 blah. It's kind of that, you know, be heard,
Master talking
be
to
seen
slaves.
and not heard. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? And it's kind of how we had to teach our kids so they wouldn't be hurt or killed
Absolutely.
or even traded away or whatever. So I just try to think about some of that stuff.
I do too.
And I think that's what I mean by a happy medium. I do think that it's, like you said, it's possible to give your kids too much latitude and they feel like they're your peer. But also, we don't want to treat them like less than human. Like you know what I mean?
That's what we have to be careful.
Yeah.
But every so often, though, they need to be pinched up. Just get that meat right in the back.
Yeah.
And just twist it real tough.
Yeah.
Just every so often, you know, I believe. Is that bad?
My grandmother used to pinch me. It wasn't a pinch. It was a pinch. Because you get it and you kind of, or you get it and you, it's like a mem pinch.
So look, y'all, we are going to be back next week. It's time for us to go. Thank you for hanging with us and just letting us talk about everything under the sun.
Everything.
Yeah, we're going to be doing new stuff and trying stuff, and thanks for being here to try it with us. But listen, we want to leave some sun drops with you before we go.
Can I say one quick thing before you do that?
Absolutely, my sweet thing.
Next week we have episode 9 of So Glad to Know You, the finale episode. We're going to figure out something special to do, but I want to tell you
on Monday.
If you have not watched episode 1 through 8, you can go to SoGladToKnowYou.com and go ahead and just binge watch the whole series. You know what I mean? If you haven't, or re-binge watch it, or tell somebody that you know that might like it to binge watch it, or tell somebody that you don't know that you don't like.
All right, we get it.
All right, you get it. Okay.
We love y'all. We are so glad to know you. And if you don't think of anything else this week, be good to yourselves and impress yourself. I'm so glad I know you, babe. Hey, I'm so glad I know you, babe.
I'm so glad I know you, baby.
I'm so glad I know you.
Wow.
I'm so glad you're mine.
So glad that you belong to me. Oh my God. Peace, y'all.
We'll see y'all next week.